المراجعة النهائية للغة الإنجليزية الصف الثاني الثانوي المستوى الرفيع للمدارس الرسمية واللغات الجزء الأول. Continuous leads to good students' performance. Continuous instruction leads to good students' performance. البناء المستمر. He got quickly in the company due to his cleverness. He got promotion quickly in the company due to his cleverness. حصل على علاوة سريعة في الشركة نتيجة لشطارته أو مهارته. Supporters of learning believe that children learn best when the hands-on approach is employed. Supporters of private learning believe that children learn best when the hands-on approach التعليم العملي is employed بيتم تنفيذه، والprivate learning التعليم الخاص. Never your opponent. Never underestimate your opponent. طبعا لا تستهن بخصمك. Learning is learning which lasts forever. Lifelong learning is learning which lasts forever. التعليم مدى الحياة أو التعليم طويل الأمد. Training courses are designed to provide students with manual skills. Vocational training courses التعليم المهني are designed to provide students with manual skills. I attended school as my parents always traveled a lot. I attended a boarding school مدرسة داخلية نتيجة إن أهلي على طول مسافرين. We have to teach the students to take for their learning. We have to teach the students to take the responsibility for their learning. يأخذوا على عاتقهم المسؤولية. New technology has a grip on education. New technology has a great effect on education. تأثير على التعليم. Students have to with their classmates when doing projects work. Students have to collaborate with their classmates يتعاونوا مع زملائهم when doing projects work. We all need to illiteracy from our society and change our old customs. We all need to root out illiteracy. ننتزع الأمية from our society and change our old customs. ونغير عاداتنا. Learning is always known as e-learning. Online learning is always known as e-learning. التعليم عن بعد أو التعليم الإلكتروني. After breaking the school rules, Hazim was suspended. طبعا تم إيقافه. Students memorize facts word for word through rote learning. التعليم بالتلقين أو التعليم بالحفظ. Learning enables us to study without the limitation of places. Electronic learning enables us to study without the limitation of places. التعليم الإلكتروني أو التعليم عن بعد بيمكننا إن احنا نستذكر دروسنا بكسر الحدود الخاصة بالأماكن. Networks give us the opportunity to interact with people all over the world. Social networks give us the opportunity to interact with people all over the world. The old way of, like letter writing, was good for students. The old way of correspondence, like letter writing, was good for students. We have to out the bad customs to be an advanced country. We have to root out the bad customs to be an advanced country. نتخلص من عاداتنا السيئة. Some schools use new ways to the learning process. Some schools use new ways to enhance the learning process لتطوير العملية التعليمية. Another meaning for root out is to remove. All from rich businessmen will go to charity in Aswan. All donations, كل التبرعات from rich businessmen will go to charity in Aswan. We should put some money for a sudden crisis. We should put aside some money, ندخر جزءا جانبيا for a sudden crisis. When I was born, my father opened an account in my name. When I was born, my father opened a savings account in my name. حساب الدخار. The financial crisis caused hundreds of employees to be fired. الأزمة المالية سببت مئات من الموظفين إن هم يخرجوا من وظائفهم. She likes to sit on her balcony and the view of the field. She likes to sit on her balcony and sketch the view of the field. ترسم المشهد اللي قدامها. Many people consider watching TV as a waste of time. This year we got enough of plantain rice. This year we got enough yield of plantain rice. حصاد كافي من زراعة الأرز. Many tourists want to stay in Egypt. Many tourists want to expand their stay in Egypt. مد الإقامة في مصر. Another meaning of rush is to hurry. يكون على عجالة. We have to increase the prices of our products to make a profit. ربح. We are running out of time. Hurry up. We are running out of time. الوقت بيضيع مننا. Don't play him. He is a great thinker. Don't play down him. He is a great thinker. ما تحاولش تخدعه. We shouldn't up our work until it becomes a heavy load. We shouldn't run up our work until it becomes a heavy load. He made a grit and had to shut down the factory. He made a great loss. عمل خسارة كبيرة and had to shut down the factory ولذلك وجب عليه أن يغلق المصنع. This worker gets very low every week. This worker gets very low wage every week. طالما أجر أسبوعي يبقى بختار wage. The book has been by one of the most popular painters. The book has been illustrated by one of the most popular painters. تم تفسيره أو التعبير عنه. I got of LE1000 for exceeding speed. I got a fine. لما بدفع غرامة يبقى بختار fine. The new car I bought was good for money. The new car I bought was good value for money. They had to shut down the factory as the owners made طبعا أغلقوا المصنع لأن ال owners made no profits. Her paintings life in the countryside. Her paintings depicts life in the countryside. بتعبر عن الحياة في الريف. The sky and bright blue sea made it perfect to spend the night. The serene sky and bright blue sea made it perfect to spend the night. She was on cloud when she got the job. She was on cloud 9 when she got the job. وصلت للسماء التاسعة. The Egyptians have to keep their culture since the pharaohs. The Egyptians have to keep their culture heritage since the pharaohs. الإرث الثقافي. What I love in the country is I like to be serene. What I love in the country is tranquility. I like to be serene. Egypt is always known as the of civilization. Egypt is always known as the cradle of civilization. مهد الحضارة. Hani is because of his bad deeds. Hani is infamous because of his bad deeds. طبعا سيء السمعة. He was all they told him about the dead uncle. He was all ears. They told him about the dead uncle. All ears زي ما احنا بنقول كل آذان صاغية. Another meaning of luxurious is opulence. The villa at the of the hill has a panoramic view of the whole area. The villa at the top of the hill has a panoramic view of the whole area. اللي على قمة التل، على قمة المرتفع. To is to move quickly and violently. To hurtle is to move quickly and violently. There are luxurious hotels in the town. There are luxurious hotels in the heart of the town. في قلب المدينة. To means to move from one side to another. To sway means to move from one side to another. I want a trip to Japan, so I have been on the top of the. I want a trip to Japan, so I have been on the top of the world. Our city is full to the. We need to find another place to live in. Our city is full to the brim. امتلأت على آخرها. So we need to find another place to live in. When she said bad words to me, it made my blood. When she said bad words to me, it made my blood boil. جعلت الدم يغلي في عروقي. Seeing a snake near me, I jumped out of my. Seeing a snake near me, I jumped out of my skin. خلاني أخرج من جلدي، طبعا من شدة الخوف. They argued for a long time, but finally they reached a. They argued for a long time, but finally they reached a compromise. توصلوا إلى اتفاق. Another meaning of opulence is wealth. As a vegetarian, I wouldn't be caught eating meat. As a vegetarian, I wouldn't be caught dead eating meat. The rider, the horse, unmercifully with the whip to speed up. The rider lashed the horse unmercifully with the whip to speed up. يعني ضربه بالكرباج، ضرب الحصان بلا رحمة علشان يزود سرعته. Mohammed Salah is a very character who inspires young people in Egypt. Mohammed Salah is a very iconic character who inspires young people in Egypt. شهير جدا، أصبح أيقونة. Unfortunately, my plans at the last minute. Unfortunately, my plans backfired at the last minute. إلى سوء الحظ كل خططي يعني باظت في آخر لحظة. All people have much so that they can judge well. All people have much wisdom. عندهم الكثير من الحكمة so that they can judge well. The manager gave to the careless workers. The manager gave the sack to the careless workers. طردهم. gave the sack. وباللغة العامية احنا بنقولها اداله السكة. After the hurricane, all that was left of our house was a pile of. After the hurricane, all that was left of our house was a pile of rubble. كومة أحجار. I waved to the captain as I from the ship. I waved to the captain as I departed from the ship. غادرت السفينة. I thought I'd give the Japanese food I thought I'd give the Japanese food a try. محاولة. وزي ما بنقولها باللغة العامية بنديها محاولة. Our landlord gave us 2 months to leave the house. Our landlord gave us 2 months notice to leave the house. انذار آخره شهرين. The education grant him to study abroad. The education grant enabled him to study abroad. The 2 men charged with robbery have been involved in various activities. The 2 men charged with robbery, الاثنين المتهمين, have been involved in various backstreet activities. أنشطة إجرامية، أو باللغة العامية أنشطة شوارعية. You realize that your problems are in comparison with other important ones. You realize that your problems are insignificant in comparison with other important ones. غير أهمة. After the mall opened, many small shops closed in the After the mall opened, many small shops closed in the backwash. بالتبعية نتيجة للي حصل. That chair is coated cloth and leather. That chair is coated in cloth and leather. وممكن نقول coated with. The problem is very, I can't solve it. The problem is very shadowy, I can't solve it. مغيمة، مضللة، غامقة زي ما بنقولها. The rise in prices will give air to many protests and objections. The rise in prices ارتفاع الأسعار will give a rise to many protests هيزود عدد المعترضين protests and objections. He is very, that means he's full of energy in a way that's exciting. He is very vibrant. يعني he is very excited. He is full of energy. Some Muslims like to visit the of al-Hussein in Cairo and pray. يحبوا يزوروا الضريح. Visit the shrine. We all must take measurements to avoid COVID-19 and other viruses. We all must take precautionary measurements to avoid COVID-19 and other viruses. This wrestler must, he's too weak. This wrestler must give ground. هذا المصارع يجب أن يستسلم. He is too weak. Before you go, be sure that the door is. Before you go, be sure that the door is sealed. محكم الإغلاق.